Russia.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with me.
I'm not even sent a very clear message. If you want to kill those people or you want to...
Well, indeed, it was very important to see representatives of the country that did more than any other country in the world to help us visiting Kyiv. This is really was a political message, but it was also an opportunity to sit down at the table and have a meaningful conversation. It lasted for about 2 hours. We went through each and every detail of weapons, sanctions, financial, and other issues of utmost interest for both of us. Since the very first weeks of Russia's occupation of additional territories in Ukraine,
And this is what we already do. And contacts between Ukrainian government.
as long as Russian soldier puts a foot on Ukrainian soil, nothing is enough. And I want to be straight on it. We appreciate everything that has been done, including by the United States. We understand that for some, what has been done is already a revolution. But this is not enough as long as the war continues. It's not because Ukrainians are greedy. It's not that because we want to grasp the opportunity and get as much as we want. No, it's because we need to win this war. And therefore, sustainability of supplies and the transfer of Ukraine to Western weapons are two utmost priorities. And the West should be ready to provide us with all of that without any delay or any political procrastination, as some countries unfortunately do. Because if they seriously want us to win this war, if they seriously want us to stop Putin in Ukraine and not to allow him to go further, deeper into Europe, then they should provide us with everything we need.
Talking about evacuations, some people have left Mariupol.
Ukraine will not agree to... The problem of Ukrainians not being ready to use Western weapons is exaggerated. I think in the last 2 months of the war, we proved that we are very efficient warriors and that we learn how to use military equipment pretty quickly. It takes us less time to learn how to use the most sophisticated equipment than for partners to make a decision to provide us with that equipment. And I think this is something that needs to be changed. They have to be fast as we are. But it's true. It will be true to say that the United States now lead the effort in ensuring this transition of Ukraine to Western-style weapons, in arranging trainings for Ukrainian soldiers. And I only regret that it didn't happen a month or 2 months ago, from the very beginning of the war. Not being constructive enough, but I mean, I can spend hours explaining why and he broke all kind of ideological connections with Russia, with President. You know, every conversation about weapons starts with us saying we need this, and the initial answer is, we don't think you need exactly this. Yes, you may need this, but maybe something else will also be good for you. Let us reflect on it. It takes some time for partners to reflect, but the problem is that the war continues here. People die, cities get destructed, civilians get raped, tortured, and killed. So in the end, we do get what we need. And then we started getting it in sufficient quantities, but the time has been lost. This is the main issue that needs to be addressed, and we were very open with our, in particular, American counterparts and also with other countries on that. Start doing things fast. I think in the last 2 months of the war, I hope I was not too long in answering the last question, but I think you had to understand this.
This was very good. No,
yeah.